For 18 months, we lived in a 28-foot Class C RV named Guinevere. It was this tiny house on wheels that sold us on Travel Life. But to accommodate our growing kids, we did a ton of research and decided to upgrade to a Grand Design Momentum 328. We bought and sold on the road, and we had a one-day turnaround. So after quickly throwing our stuff in, we had a 3-week window where we could get everything set up for functionality before we needed to get on the road again. And the majority of my effort went to the kids' room in the back. We took down the bottom couch on the Happy Jack system so that we could set up their bunk bed, and then we squeezed the other 3 up on the platform. Yeah, quick, make it look nice. Hurry. They say it takes a year to settle into a new home, and that certainly applies even if your home is only 35 feet long by 8 feet wide. We've gone through, a fair number of try-fail cycles in an attempt to get this space to really feel like a home for us. Oh, that's what we have so far. After a year and a half in this rig, let me show you how we have made the space work for us. Okay, so you ready for the big reveal? Here we go. First up is the kids. Who didn't clean up? Try this again. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. See, a space for everyone and everyone in their space. We picked up a dog along the way, and she's got her, she does have her own bed, but she definitely prefers the bunk beds, which are not hers. Let's check out the upstairs first. So we've got 2 boys on this side, and the princess gets her own little bed. This space has worked out fabulously, and the kids are really in love with their space.
I said it's a great setup, but I don't like it.
You'd gripe and complain if you had a 5-star hotel.
That's not true. I want to be down there because it's so much easier to get up and down, and I can come up here so much easier.
You have so much more privacy up there.
Let me restart.
Okay, I did. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it'll do for now. Our princess's bed was originally a cabinet, and I am really happy with how this turned out. You can check the video in the description to see how I went about and did that. Our 2 oldest are going on 3 years of sleeping on these disco beds, and these are seriously the greatest bunk beds ever. They have just enough space that they can be a constant annoyance to each other. Once again, it is Legos for the win. We keep very, very few other toys, other than a couple bins of Legos. Between that and laying around listening to audiobooks, we could fill up an entire day. And the kids probably wish that we could spend every day that way, except, school. All of their school books are stored in these storage ottomans that also double as the desk seat. And then we have a space for headphones and charging all of the devices. And while we're in this corner, let's look at laundry, which no one really wants to look at, least of all me, but there it is. I built this bookcase out of scrap wood, and I'm very proud of it, actually. If you know anything about homeschoolers, you know that books are their Achilles heel. So on the other side of the door, we have a bin for socks and then all of Tess's stuff. Let's talk clothes. So each kid has 2 bins, one for tops, one for bottoms, and undies in these little wall-mounted things. And how we handle campground showers is change in the rig and then take a bathrobe over to the bathroom. Ready for the next room? Can no one ever clean up? Okay, last time. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome to our beautiful living/kitchen/dining room. This rig is a little bit of a unicorn because it doesn't have a kitchen island, and that's exactly what we wanted. We really wanted the flex space to be able to hang out and work out. The theater seating that came with the rig was not going to work for us because we needed a table for our messy eaters. So this was the first iteration, and it lasted approximately 1 week. We picked up a free dinette set and tried that out. That lasted for a couple months. And finally, we custom built this setup, which is probably as good as it's going to get for us. We all could technically fit on this couch, and the tables are on very sturdy marine arms. This gives us the flexibility to be able to have the tables up for eating, and then when we want a little more space to just, kick back and chill and watch TV, we can remove the tables and store them nice and out of the way right next to the couch. We have used these for a year already, and I'm telling you, these marine table legs, I guess they're called, are so solid. It's just definitely been the best solution. I tried to get this under control. I promise you I did, but you know, this is how it goes. One other feature I wanted to show you, we do have 2 of these footstools that we can store underneath. And that allows for some flex seating and also foorests in the attempt to make this, you know, a little more like the theater seating that it never will be. Whoa. So yeah, underneath here we've got a box of board games, tons of board games, storage for our winter stuff, and then other rain stuff. All right, and now the kitchen without an island. It is twice as big easily as the kitchen that I had in the other rig. I'm very happy with the counter space. I am very happy with the storage space. There's enough to keep, you know, a couple small appliances. This cover for the stove, I really like that extra counter space. The fridge is half as deep as a regular fridge, but you know, wide enough. My pantry has turned out so wonderful. I don't know what I would do without this amazing, amazing space. That food will be gone in a week. Really nice to have some additional storage up above the fridge here. I have enough room that I can actually have some meat pots and, you know, some more food storage.
Taking a note from my friend Michelle.
Even more storage space up above the pantry. This is used for our hiking and climbing gear, which is all shoved to the back. And then some more frequent use hiking gear that's organized in drawers.
Still have our same old trash can, which has to be emptied about 4 times a day, and that's Ozzy's job. He's very good at it. But if anyone has great ideas for a bigger trash can, they cannot take up floor space. Because between the fan and all of our water bottles, no more floor space than we had.
All right, this is a solution that we are all really proud of. We've got some very happy gamers here. We brought along the Xbox, have these mounts that can hold their controllers, and they stay on there just fine and dandy even while we travel. None of this has to come down. Enough for a Nintendo Wii, battery chargers, and then an additional, you know, basket of gear that goes up in that weird mini storage space up above the TV. We keep easy access flashlights up there. Their Nintendo Switch, some DVDs, and a couple extra rolls of paper towels or cleaning wipes and stuff like that.
No, Mike, go ahead.
All right, the bathroom feels really, really spacious. We've got a rack for drying our clothes, medicine cupboard, Tylenol, and ibuprofen out for travel days. Gotta have those. Behind the mirror, all of our day-to-day necessities, individual soaps and shampoos for the shower house. Velcro, baby, is where it's at. The shower is not frequently used, but when we're boondocking and don't have a bathhouse, then it is. And we hang all of our wet stuff up in here. Underneath the sink, just a little bit of storage room.
Coming into the office.
Do you have an appointment?
This footage is so
Are you in a meeting?
No.
No, he's not in a meeting, so now come on.
All right, bedroom / office.
So we decided to take down these glass covers up here, and I'm very glad we did, because nothing brings me more joy in life than seeing my books on the shelf.
It is really one of the toughest things to not have adequate space for books, but we do what we can. Got a bunch of camera gear up there as well, and a huge storage space is hiding underneath our bed. We can keep 3 double kayaks and an inflatable paddleboard with paddles and 7 life jackets and a table and more climbing ropes and workout gear and luggage and, my gosh, tons of stuff. Again, these like really narrow storage things from IKEA, I don't know what they're called, but I mounted them on the side of the bed and they fit perfectly. Just, you know, every spare inch of storage space counts. I've got a printer and some office stuff in one of the cupboards. And my washer is usually stored in this side of the closet. On this side, we've got the engineer's desk drawer, so to speak, and seasonal stuff, laundry, extra blankets. underneath our clothes, we each have 2 drawers for tops and bottoms. And that's it. That is our entire house and all of our stuff. We are one of thousands of families who traded in more square footage and a mortgage for debt-free tiny house life. There's a hard limit on how much stuff you can accrue in a space this small, but there's room in spades for what we really want. There's room for us to have friends over for tea parties and video gaming. There's room for sleepovers with Grandpa. There's room for us to enjoy Shabbat together every week, sometimes even with guests. With full-time travel, it's easy to give the impression that all of the time is spent out and about looking at beautiful things and having amazing experiences. And while there is definitely a fair bit of that, most of the hours are spent home. As tiny as the house is, there is still housekeeping. Stuff breaks or needs to be upgraded, and we get sick. But I think in this rig, we've found a living space that lets us balance the comfort of the mundane with the sense of adventure that comes with always being on the go. The view outside the windows is always changing, that's for sure. And with this rig, we're glad to have the flexibility to be able to go into crowded parks where we can meet lots of other campers, and also to be in really remote places where it's just us. No matter what the day's adventure was, what I love about full-time RV travel is that at the end of the day, I come home to the same beloved, cozy little home that I left that morning. I can see the whole world without ever feeling like I've gone very far from home.